Welcome back, everybody. We're looking at the Minnesota map. Um, Had to work yesterday, so I was out at most of the time, but I'm just now seeing this one here today. Now that I'm up, so I've been reading the comments. Thought I'd share them with you. I love comments. I wish I had more people actually downloading maps and then actually putting their comments even in on my video so people can be more informed for that alone. Feel free to disagree. I like small farming, old iron, rusty gold, and all that kind of stuff, but I also do some big farming too. So I mean, if I see a map and I think, well, it's a little bit too big or whatever, think, well, get on there and say I downloaded, checked it out, and I like the big farming, I like the big start, I like starting with $10 billion or whatever. Just tell me what you feel, because it's gonna be thousands of people that feels the way I do. There's gonna be thousands of people that feels the way you do. But together with us all basically reviewing these maps together and giving info together, it helps give people the knowledge of what they want to download this map or not and be able to play it the style that they want. And to me, there is no wrong style. Which brings up this. I normally don't do this, but I am going to bring up a slide for this. Or the comments. I'm going to black out a couple things. People generally don't use their names. If they do, they want to be recognized anyway. MN Minnesota Farmer. Pictures look good. Download now. I'm on a 350-acre farm in Minnesota, so I'm interested to see how this turns out. That's great, positive. Guest, who got 4 likes, basically said another flattened from Kansas, or from kids. I haven't even done the search yet, but I'm going to. Pretty sure I can just do farmlands, Minnesota, and it's going to show a barely rolling hill. By now, I done have it, and I can post a picture now, so technically, yeah, okay. So anyway, I figure it's going to be barely any rolling hills, probably flattened land. So as soon as you see the map says Minnesota, if you don't like flat, which I can understand that some people is really into a lot of hills and stuff, I would just move on. I wouldn't do a lot of cussing. Feel free to pop a dislike if you want to. I just don't agree with bashing. A lot of work goes into this stuff, and even a map that's kind of lifeless or whatever. We got tons of mods now. We can make them right. The last one says no BGA on map. Only one sell point. I've got no problem with that. I played a map for 2 months. It has about 3 different sell points on it. Milk and a couple others and a couple of little big sell points, and didn't really care at all. Buildings look like they're from FS15. I like FS15. I like FS13, and I like FS17. To me, it's I would like to see nicer buildings and stuff, but it's more about the experience. I mean, how often are we going to stand around looking at the buildings anyway? But they did say that they thought it was a good grain map because of huge fields, and I probably would agree with that assessment because it is Minnesota. It's going to be big farming. Have not seen this map at all. I do have my mods loaded up just in case, and gonna go from there. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we don't need courseplay. I know that. It is some big fields. Probably can't combine them right off the bat. You don't see a lot of stuff on here. You got an animal dealer over here, gas over there, bales, cotton. So a lot of your stuff that you do have is way over to the left. On a big map, I like stuff kind of centered up to where you got really a short drive to most of your stuff. That would be my comment or my opinion. And like I said, it's just my opinion. It's not me knocking. It's just my play style, the stuff I like to see in a map, at least a big map. I've got no problem. I played a map that had 5 fields on it on the Xbox or FS17 for like 8 months. Didn't bother me at all. I wanted the challenge of seeing if I could buy that property that was like $4 or $5 million. I think one of them was even $13 million. Do got jobs, some pretty high paying jobs, so I would assume that you can get some decent rewards out of them. So therefore, you can make money pretty quick. As far as the garage goes, you own nothing. At least nothing. So, you're not going to be able to cycle through. You're not going to be able to have, the house doesn't have a housing trigger. But like I said, it's, what does the map offer? That's what gets me, is, I'm going to bring up something. This is a mod by Hoot. Unless I get an error, which I didn't. We own this land. I mean, this is a common thing in the game. It's found on modhub.us. Literally, there you go. And I probably put it in the wrong spot. No, door's on the right spot. So, you are not tired. That's simple. So, we have a lot of mods in this game. If if a map is kind of void of trees, we got tons of trees. We can pick whatever tree we want and pop, and we can go different ones. And I'm just doing this to illustrate, just to show, because if a map doesn't have like a lot of what we would like to see and stuff, we can give it kind of whatever we want. This kind of a lame looking style of tree, but it's just to show you that we can do a lot with this game now. Now, it don't look too bad. But I mean, I clustered them, but they already have a pretty good, diverse, purposely planted row of trees with a little bit of mix right here, which gives a little bit of a natural feel with the bushes and stuff. We can add all this. We can add all the trees we want. We can give it all the life we want. We can make sure it is what we would like for it to be. Now, you got a starting area. According to his comments, there is no starting area. There's a barn right here, or a shed that you can store your stuff in. Modding Welt has, I don't know if it's under miscellaneous or not. Shows you how, okay, if you need another sell point 150, it's an easy mod. It's on modhub.us as well. You can put it over here somewhere, paint you in a row. I've spent a lot of time doing this for this mod. I understand that. But it's not like there's going to be a lot for me to actually do or show on this map. I mean, we can level this land up, paint in roads, cut down trees, just however you want to do it. And we can smooth up all this stuff here that's maybe not just perfect, raise up, lower, and all that. So we got that taken care of. Now you got a center location. Not to mention all the stuff that we can download. As far as that goes, let's see about decoration and stuff. Of course, we got decorations. There's just so much stuff, it's not even funny. We can literally give this any kind of feel that we want. I like Modern Welt stuff. And all that can be added to this little area. Tractors and stuff is pretty easy to download. Like I said, I normally would bust on the fact, or I used to, that there was not enough tractors or somebody didn't put down tractors or whatever. But literally, these jobs is going to pay so much for this right here. If you notice, our starting money is down to nothing. I could smooth that land up, but who cares? But, like, we don't have no tractors or nothing. And this is normal startup. There should be some tractors and stuff. But these jobs are going to pay so much. You can lease. Then you can buy the tractors you want. You can download and literally buy the tractors you want. So, as I pretty much figured here, I mean, it's looks like this look like another flattened map. I mean, look, you got diversity of trees, good, big farming. People that likes big farming is gonna love that. Probably could use a different edge, but that's fine. Looks like a road I figured would be in Minnesota with all that flat farmland over there. It is a different type of border. But I mean, it really doesn't take away from it to me. You ain't got to worry about joining fields and stuff. The roads actually has a more of a, and this is, the roads actually has more of a natural feel because they're raised. Co-op looks like any other co-op around here, along with your dealership and stuff. As far as having like an FS15 feel, I just don't really feel that. Casey's. This ain't Minnesota. This is Kentucky. Has a lot of stuff that Kentucky's has. Who's done a Casey so far? I mean, that's a pretty common store. I guess they got them out there too. I don't know what that would be, but I mean, it's a sales bar. I mean, I know it's livestock, but I mean, as far as a location of something I might know. As far as location of farms, if you come in a multiplayer, you're going to have $1 million, and here's another farm that you can use that actually has a natural gas tank, which you're going to see a lot in farmlands because they don't have the population to run a lot of gas lines and stuff. So I do agree the fact, as far as my thoughts, is that this would be a good multiplayer map. I mean, you got several areas that you could actually have a couple, 3 people. You got massive farming. The land is kind of flat. Has a little bit of roll to it. Not much. But I mean, does it look like Minnesota? Because they're saying Minnesota. And I got a feeling, time I post these pics, it's going to look a lot like Minnesota. With big farming, plenty of area to have large farm. Here's another here. Once again, doesn't have a house trigger here, but is a proper farm setup. You might even want to go with this spot right here. So, get you some money going. And get your friends and play it on multiplayer. Or if you just want to tackle a big farm, I mean, I play on a farm that's more lifeless than this, doing BK's challenge. And I think I'm the only person doing BK's challenge. I don't see anybody else doing it. But I'm going to do it because I said I would do a challenge. And that's not my style of play at all. But she's a friend, and I'm going to do it. As far as this map goes, I think they did a really nice job on this map as far as representing the state and the farms within that state. And like I said, the businesses and stuff, even though they're on one side, you can add. I say my sell point's not going to be conflicting. It's not. It's right there. So you can drop a sell point in. There's all kinds of sell points you can download now. You can add house triggers. I don't complain about that no more. Hoops guys take care of that. I really got no problem with this map. I like it. And I'm pretty sure it looks a little bit like that state. So, beautiful house. Big farming. People like me, small farming stuff. Not so much. But big farming, yeah. But I mean, still, I might play it still just for the heck of it. So, take care and have fun. Tell me what you think in your comments. Keep it positive as possible. And tell me what you think about the map. Have fun, everybody.